going on, everybody? Today we're going to do an Eat Like a Man. We're going to do junk style biscuits and sausage gravy, more popularly known as S.O.B.s or on a biscuit. Let's get to it. For the biscuits, I have more or less half a cup of self-rising flour and about a tablespoon of shortening, and I'm going to cut it in. Yeah, usually you use a knife for this. That's why they call it cutting it in. Yeah, I'm just going to use a spoon because I'm lazy. And I might actually get it a little warm so it cuts easier. It is cold out here. I'm going to need half a cup of flour, tablespoon or so of shortening, pinch of baking soda, and a splash or two of buttermilk. And you mix all that stuff up. I'm not going to bore you with the details. This is roughly what your biscuit dough should look like. Kind of clumped up a little bit. Gonna make a little space over here, and I'm gonna put a pinch of baking soda and a splash of buttermilk in that spot right there. Then I'm gonna mix it all up. Splash of buttermilk, maybe a little bit more. And then I'm gonna stir this up, and I'm not gonna bore you with the details. This is roughly what you want your dough to look like. It's not sticky, easy to form. Noisy spoon. Might be a tiny bit dry, but that's roughly it. I'm gonna set it up there. Let it rise for a few minutes. Not very long. It is self-rising, and it will rise in the pan. Now to actually shape and form the biscuits, it's really pretty simple. Just broke up my dough ball into 4 separate dough balls, and I'm going to mash them a little bit. I'm going to roll them out. They're going to be about 3/4 of an inch thick, give or take. And then what I've got here is my Lodge cast iron skillet, getting nice and hot. Turn the heat up on it. Just turn the heat up. I'm gonna open that tap a bit. And I've never done this before, but I've got my 12-inch Lodge Dutch oven lid with some coals on top. That's getting hot. That's getting hot-ish. I'm gonna come over here and lay out my 4 biscuits. And then I'm going to burn the crap out of myself on a hot piece of cast iron. And what this is going to do is make hot from the top and hot from the bottom coming off the grill. Only problem is with the wind, it's blowing wood seasonings into my sausage, which is right about where I want it. While that's doing, I'm going to put in my sausage on the skillet. Brown it up real good. Use whatever kind of sausage, breakfast sausage, typically. Gonna get that good and brown. Meantime, this is looking pretty good. It is kind of cold out here. I think it's 40 degrees, 43 maybe. So I'm staying close to the heat here because I'm not wearing enough layers. But hey, whatever. For our gravy, we're going to be using just plain old enriched white flour. Not the self-rising kind, because if you put self-rising in there, it's going to act all funky. And we're going to use roughly 1/3 of a cup. Get my sausage spread out a little bit. I'm not going to drain the grease. I am just going to take my 1/3 cup of flour, and dump it on there. I'm going to stir it up a bit, And what you want is just enough flour to soak up all the grease. And got it right first go, I think, mostly. Yep. Ish. Gonna change the battery in you. I'll be back in a minute. Alright, you have a fresh battery. And this has been warming up for a couple minutes. 1 liter, 16 ounces. It's not a liter, it's 16 ounces. A liter is 32-ish ounces, I think. Stuff says it's going to expire on January 19th. That's 2 months from now. Should I be concerned? But we're going to take this and we're going to pour it in there. That's not the noise we want to hear. Now what we want to do is we want to keep this moving, and we don't want it to do what it's doing there, which is bubble and scorch. Kind of want to keep the bubbling to a minimum, but moving you want to keep from scorching your milk, because if you scorch it, it'll taste fine, but it's going to smell like vomit, and you don't want your on a biscuit smelling like vomit. Even if it tastes fine, you're going to have a hard time with it. So don't scorch your milk. Alright, I think we're getting pretty close. Yep, drag your spatula across the bottom of the pan. You can see the bottom of the pan. You're basically done. And I put smoky stuff on there to kind of help a bit. I just got it in my eyes. Alright, I think we're ready to check our biscuits. Those look pretty good. Let's crack one open and look inside. Oh yeah, that's done. I didn't bring a big spoon out here, and I don't feel like walking back inside and picking one up, so I'm gonna use what I got. And effectively what I did was make a mess. It's not pretty, but it should be darn good. Now you know where it got its name, S.O.B.s, or shit on a biscuit. I'm hungry, so I'm going to eat. It's darn good. It's a good batch. Yay, fall is here. But that's how you make junk style biscuits and sausage gravy, or S.O.B.s, which short for on a biscuit. I'm going to go enjoy this. Hopefully you enjoyed watching this. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. This stuff is going to stick to your ribs. Oh. Like that bucket of paste you ate when you were 5. I know I'm not the only one. I know it's just breakfast, but now I need a nap. It's good stuff.